So in this particular jam, we got the Digitakt and doing drums. If you have listen to this, I can basically build it, be like, you know, low voicing for moodiness, and then when it gets into the bigger parts,
that right there.
It's like extra pad texture. Then I've got this thing. This is actually going through some guitar pedals. This little pluck thing. I've got this lighter arpeggio right here. Track 3 is also an arpeggio. And same type of thing, I can open it up. Pedal and some compression, so here's what the bass sounds like. So that's the basic routing of this jam, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The sirens are loud and in my mind, waking me up at night. I cannot fight, struggling to see the light. The sounds of direction's what I need. Don't looking back in all of my only. Holding what I hope to see. Heart, don't fail me now. Heaven on the ground. Please give me freedom. Please give me freedom. Taking back control. Release this war I hold. I want the freedom. I want the freedom. I can't stay quiet anymore. The fire inside me burning my front door. I got something to live for. Just like a glass ready to break. Done with the past and all of my mistakes. Heaven knows my soul aches. Heart, don't fail me now. Holding back the
Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tefty.
And I'm Meems.
Yada 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 yada. Thank you very much for listening to our latest jam, which might be a song.
Yeah, it might be. There was definitely some phrases, words that were coming out, and it has a song format.
Yeah, in the past we've been doing jams strictly for the channel. This like basically 2020 we've been doing jams, and we want to get back into actually doing some releases because we did 2 albums last year. That we put on Spotify and all that. Those were a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Right?
They were a blast.
Yeah, they were a blast. It was like the Digitakt was the main brain of those 2 albums. Now we're thinking like, what if we were to build on top of how we're doing these jams? And this is kind of like the first attempt. So the idea is to lay down some improv and then see if we could shape that into an actual release that we'd be happy with. Whenever we do these jams, we always multi-track them. And Elektron did a recent Overbridge update. They made it officially public. 2.0 Overbridge is out. All 3 of these Elektron boxes plugged in via USB. And they're sending the audio signals through Ableton, which is then being output through outboard gear. So really cool. So I have it actually going through my mixer and various compressors, equalizers type of stuff that we have. That's a really cool hybrid workflow. In the past, when we've done jam videos, I've always multi-tracked everything so we could have the potential to take out pieces and all that. So I think we're getting more like official with that, right?
Yeah, I think so. We definitely are excited about releasing songs, and maybe some of the jams that we did in the past could be something that we build upon as well.
Could be brought forward. Yeah, exactly. So in this particular jam, we got the Digitakt doing drums. If you have listened to this, and that's getting compressed by a drummer. 1978 as well. Then we have the Summit off to our left, which is being sequenced from the Digitakt, and I have MIDI channel A, B, C, and D all going to the same channel for the Summit. So I've got channel A is just doing some bass, like a low note. The Summit has 16 notes, so you have a lot of freedom. I also have the filter frequency cutoff mapped to this CV value right here, so I can actually control the filter frequency from here. Bass on there, then like another phrase, or chordal phrases, and then it gets higher, and then the high one. So as the song progresses or the jam progresses, I can basically build it be like, low voicing for moodiness, and then when it gets into the bigger parts,
That right there.
That type of thing.
So lush.
Yeah, got a very lush feel to it, which is really cool. So the Analog 4 and the Digitone are also taking the clock from the Digitakt, but they got their own sequences going on right now. The Digitone, I have channel 1, 2, and 3, or track 1, 2, and 3, all routed to some outputs. So this one is just like a pad sound. It's like extra pad texture. Then I've got this thing. This is actually going through some guitar pedals.
That is so cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's actually going through a Behringer tube modeler pedal. It's like just a $30 pedal. Sounds really cool. So yeah, there's that, and then we have this little pluck thing. Yeah. Again, Overbridge is sending all these tracks separately, so I can process them separately, which is really freaking cool. Okay, and then we have the Analog 4. I'm using track 1, 2, and 3 as well on this, and all these are also getting routed separately. So I've got 2 arpeggios. I've got this lighter arpeggio right here. I think that sounds really freaking cool. In the performance page, I'm mapping A and then F to track 1 for performance stuff. Track 3 is also an arpeggio, so these complement each other. And same type of thing, I can open it up. Which is really cool. I'm pretty sure I have some effects going on. So in Ableton Live, I actually have this routed through a delay that then eventually goes out through one of the outputs on the interface. So I'm able to use Ableton's effects in addition to what's already going on here, because the effect sends that are in these boxes are they're sends. They're not per track, which can be kind of annoying. So this way you can have custom reverb, delay, chorus, and all that in Ableton per track, and then be able to manipulate them however you want after that. Track 2 on here is the bass sound, and I've also got this going through a bass pedal and some compression. So here's what the bass sounds like. Really fat and dirty.
Yeah. And you just said it's going through a pedal?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another Behringer pedal. So here's without.
No, put it back on.
Yeah, right? So that's the basic routing of this jam, actually. Because what we've done now is laid it out onto Ableton. So like the bones are there, the individual file bone structure. Like we can do a final vocal type of thing with actual lyrics, right?
Yeah, and then add some harmony
vocals on there.
and things
Yeah.
like that.
So yeah, that's the jam.
Awesome.
Jam
Can't wait to
jam.
do more.
Yeah, me
Jam
too.
jams.
A jam.
Excited to see where the song is gonna go. I got some lyrical ideas. And it does have that, verse chorus and, format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First chorus format. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, that is the video. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate all the support.
Yes.
If you leave us a comment, we always read them, and appreciate if you leave us a like, all that stuff, and sub to the channel if you're new here. If you want to support our music, you can always stream it on Spotify or Apple Music, or check it out on Bandcamp. And yeah.
And do all that jazz.
All that jazz.
And stay safe. Much love to all of you guys.
Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time for another video. Deuces.
Deuces.
I can't stay quiet.